All right, let's do the first half of chapter 9, where we get a good, solid introduction to Miss Brotherington, who has shown up earlier, definitely laughing, very kind of making cutting, sarcastic remarks that seem to go over the heads of the other people at her thing. And yeah, we find out that she is a wealthy young heiress. That her father, who was another factory owner, has died. She knew nothing about the conditions of his factory. There's an allusion to Robert Peel, which I think is a sarcastic one about him making it possible for children to get used in these factories. I think I'll have to go back and check that. Um, but her mother also is an invalid and sickens and slowly does die until finally she is left alone. Her two neighbors are Miss Gabberly, the gossip, on one side, and Miss Clarissa Shrimpton on the other. Lady Clarissa Shrimpton, the object of Sir Matthew's obsessions and the reason why Matthew's been taken in. Um, and She is in real danger at being it's like she's in grief. She's grieving her mother's death. And yeah, even they're kind of two fairly kind of silly creatures, Mrs. Gabberly, and Lady Clarissa Shimpton. But it's good to have some voices around. Uh, they get her through. She goes to church. She gets onslaught of more and more kind of lament. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And some people actually were, but of course, the people who express it the most loudly and vociferously, who roar, are probably the ones who are the ones hardest to avoid, and the ones you most notice, but are probably also the ones who are least sincere. Um, but then she's in real danger because Mrs. Gabberley's like, you need a companion. You need someone to be with you at all times, to watch over you and to chaperone you. And she's obviously heavily angling for the job herself. We learned, yes, she is a wealthy heiress. I think it's 200,000. I think it's 200,000 a year. It's probably all the rents or stuff like that. I think that's what it is. I don't know my own money stuff. And she manages to fend off the old bat, who's like, "My dear," is her constant refrain, and she's always talking. And Miss Brotherton loves to read, and she ushers out, said, "Next Saturday, I'll let you know. I've taken your advice, and I'll let you know." It's like, "Oh, Saturday! I can't wait in suspense till Saturday." Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Pushes her out and gets her nurse, Miss Tremlett, a nurse Tremlett, to come, who becomes Mrs. Tremlett, her companion, and dresses her finely as a lady. Uh, Mrs. Gabberly does not take this well. Says, "Oh well, no one will accept, Nurse Tremlett into their homes." The thing, and at which point Miss Brotherton lays down the law. So it's like, anybody who wants to enjoy all of my wealth, all of the balls and everything like that, all of the dinner table, will most certainly accept her without thing. And let this be the last time we've talked about this, Miss Gabberly. Now, do you want to come for dinner or not? And that seems to settle that thing. And apparently her things, other than reading, is she loves to do caricatures of these her amusing but dim-witted friends, and goes with Lady Clarissa over to Sir Matthew Dowling's house, and is happily, getting more, collecting more and more faces for a caricature thing, when she lights her eyes on Mchl Armstrong and goes, "Wow, this is, she felt persuaded that in spite of his gay habit de fait, the child was ill at ease and under great discomfort." And apparently she is going to, we've been already given the foreshadowing that Mary Brotherington is going to figure heavily into Mchl Armstrong's life. So here is, I think, another ally. Is it Martha and then Mary? Now we just need a Marlene, and we'll have a cult movie. Yes. So we'll see how this goes. That's the first half of the thing. Now we're going to get her encountering Mchl, and perhaps hopefully being a happy good thing. This is going to be the good person. I guess that's the one thing with the fairly conservative though kind-hearted, Francis Trollope, is that you have the evil rich people. You gotta have some good rich people in there, and I have a feeling that's who Miss Mary Brotherton is going to be. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.